Hey there, Based. Shaman here. How you doing? You doing alright today? Hope you're doing fantastic. Today we're taking a look at a video from our man, Marshall Mathers IV. This one's titled, The Truth About Me. Already gave him a thumbs up. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. Before we begin, what's up to the new subscribers? We've got Olivier, George, and 108 Chapin. Welcome, Super Fun Train. I'm your host, Based Shaman. Today we're taking a look at Marshall Mathers IV, The Truth About Me. Let's begin.
About me is that I know and am well aware of the fact that when I put out this much amount of hate into this world.
He's talking about his videos. Most of them involve talking about things that he hates. So let's see what his thoughts are about that.
I'm obviously going to get a massive, huge amount of hate in return.
Yeah, right. You ain't kidding.
So honestly, I know
it's an attractive
that I'm going to get a massive backlash.
Right.
And, the thing is, also that I want to say, is that I don't love being full of so much hatred, anger, and jealousy as I am.
Right, who would, I like that he can admit that, too, that he can say, I don't like feeling this way, Because some people say, oh, I don't care, it doesn't bother me. But no, he's admitting straight up, he said, I don't like feeling this way. I wouldn't like feeling that way either. Let's keep going.
I mean, honest to God, when I was a child, I was pretty happy. And not only that, but I had an okay childhood. It wasn't great. It wasn't even good.
It was just okay.
It was okay compared to my teens, and now it was a sure hell lot better than my recent life. And I mean, a lot of the...
I like that, He's talking about when you get older, life can get harder, a lot harder, I know I find myself sometimes thinking about the past, reminiscing, and I'm like, man, I wish I could go back to when I was a little kid. Times were better. But it's just part of growing up, it's part of growing up. You have to adapt to the world that you're living in, adapt to your environment, learn how to play the game, so to speak. I like reminiscing. Let's keep going.
Times I wish I could go back in time or become young again, pretty much.
You are still pretty young, brother. We're not that old yet.
And, I also want to say that when I was a child, I had a big heart. And I cared a lot about a lot of people. And the thing is, I also had good morals since I was a child.
That's good.
Even though when I was a child...
I didn't when I was little.
I wasn't, holy, pure, saint-like, and religious and whatnot.
Right, you don't have to be.
I still had good morals. Right. From the pretty much very beginning.
Right.
And, the thing is, I don't enjoy hating so many things in this world.
Right, it's not enjoyable.
I really don't.
It's not enjoyable.
And the thing is, there are so many girls in my town that I still think are beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And I still want to, fuck the shit out of them. But you know what?
Brother, you ain't kidding about that. That's part of us being males, is that, man, it's exactly what we want to do more often than not. Let's keep going.
And I'm obviously talking about, when I was young and now or whatever. But the thing is, I don't just want to, I want to bang that girl. She's so fucking hot.
Right, you want more than that.
Actually marry that girl.
Right, more than that.
I have that part in me that even more so wants to marry a girl that I think is extremely attractive. And the thing is...
Internally and externally.
That it is always ruined by my conscience because I know the truth about these girls. Most girls, as a matter of fact, smoke, do drugs, have intercourse underage before.
Well, you know, I think that's part of society now. You know, like, yeah, there are lots of girls that are doing it, but there's lots of guys that do it too. You know, it's just kind of normal in our society for people to do these types of things. You know, like get drunk pretty often, or smoke and whatnot, and party and be promiscuous. It's just it's rampant throughout society, but it doesn't mean we have to be a part of it, and it doesn't mean we have to settle for a significant other who is into all sorts of things that we don't personally like. You know, like I don't really feel that others shouldn't be doing these things, or if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. Let them do it, baby. But that doesn't mean I need to associate with them. You know. Like, if there's a girl out there, you know, going out every night with guys she's meeting in, hooking up and sucking all kinds of, you know, Alabama black snake, I might not consider her dating potential for me. I might not, you know. I did have an ex who was like that. She had been like that before I got with her. And everywhere we went, she would run into someone who she had been with sexually. I'm exaggerating. It happened several times, though. It's because it was a small little neighborhood we were in high school, you know. That didn't last too long. Actually, it did. It lasted too long. What was I doing? I was young. I was dumb. Let's keep going. What up, Marshall? Let's keep going.
For marriage, and just shit all over their virginity as if it's like nothing and just means nothing.
Oh, yeah.
They, suck dick.
Hell yeah, they do, brother.
Dick in their butt.
Brother, you ain't
like
kidding
the
about
sluts
that.
They are.
Oh, hold on now, though, brother.
They drink alcohol.
Brother, hold on. If she takes it in the ass, does that make her a slut? Now, that's a good question. I don't think it makes her. Because what if it's just one guy that she's willing to take him up there? You know? I think we all have our fetishes, you know. Some guys like to put their thang-a-lang in girls' butts, and some girls don't mind, you know. Some girls like it in their butts, you know. Let's keep going.
All underage, and of course, guys do the same thing. So I don't just like hate girls. I hate guys too.
Right.
Pretty much about the same.
Like society as a whole.
And you know, the thing is,
you ain't kidding.
It's kind of like everything that I love in this world is always ruined by something. Like, I love girls. Deep down inside,
Hell
I love
dude.
girls.
I'm glad to hear
Who doesn't?
That. Right.
Well, at least if you're a straight guy, you will.
Right.
But then on the outside, it's ruined because I'm like, well,
how many
dick
dicks has she sucked?
Hoes, sluts, bitches,
damn,
skanks,
damn.
They all smoke, do drugs, suck dick, have intercourse,
damn,
dick in the butt, drink alcohol.
Damn, savage, savage, brother. When we get so savage, brother? Damn. Disclaimer: girls, Bay Shaman loves you. Don't hate me. I don't hate you. I love you. But damn! We're going savage! We're going savage! Marshall Mathers the Fourth. Savage! Man! I want to hear that again, dude. That was savage. Savage.
Well, they're all whores,
damn,
hoes,
damn,
sluts,
damn,
bitches,
damn,
skanks,
damn.
whatever. They all smoke, do drugs, suck dick, have intercourse underage, take dick in the butt,
damn!
drink alcohol. And
Savage!
I don't drink alcohol, but they're like drunks in their
Sweating,
teens.
man.
I don't care if people drink.
I'm sweating.
I really
my
don't
balls
care,
off.
even
Savage.
if they're teenagers.
Savage.
But teenagers don't drink like, oh, once in a while. When it's like, oh, it's okay. They get drunk a lot.
Right, and again, that right there, that's just part of being a kid and whatnot, you know? Like, teenagers and whatnot, yeah, they're all drinking and shit, and they're all banging everybody. It's just, they're being kids, you know? But they will take that often into their adulthood with them. But just because they're doing it, you don't gotta associate with them, though, you know? Like, I know in high school, a lot of the hottest girls in high school, when I was in high school, were the ones taking the most Alabama black snakes in their butts. But look, that's because they had so many options, right? When she's that hot, all the guys are trying to go after her, you know? But it's just kind of natural, you know? Same thing for the guys that the girls are all going after. He's going to be the one sticking his, Alabama black snake into most poons, into most butts and whatnot, into most mouths, you know? I mean, mouths need to be fed, baby. I ain't kidding, brother. That third leg, he ain't kidding. But, that's just the way the society rolls. That's why some people really hate society, because of things like that. It is what it is, though. You know, you're in control of what's in here. What's in here, you know? What's in here. So, I kind of recommend not going for the girls that are just hot as shit. Because you go for the ones that are just hot as fuck, you know, like, you have a lot of competition and whatnot. And I enjoy good competition, I really do. But not when it comes to, for someone's heart, you know? I don't want to I've never been a fan of that. Competing for the guys who are competing with the guys for the girls, you know? Like, I'm not going to compete for you. If you're cool as shit, I like you. But if I have to compete for you, fuck that, you know? I had a friend in high school. The dude spent like $1,000 on this girl in 1 month. He spent $1,000 on her. And then she dumped him and fucked his best friend. Let's keep going.
And also, it's the same way for materialistic things I want, such as a gaming desktop, even if that is a $10,000 gaming desktop or a $9,000 gaming laptop. Nice. Or game consoles or video games. I love those things deep down inside. Right. But it's always ruined by the fact that so many people had them at an extremely young age, which makes me full of rage, hatred, anger, and jealousy.
Marshall Mathers IV. So when we look outside of ourselves at others and whatnot, like, we're all handed we're handed play the hand you're dealt, you know? And all we can do really is make the best of our own lives. You know, like you're saying, jealousy and hatred can consume you, man. It can really consume you. I don't want to see it consume you, brother. I want to see you realize that you're in control of you and your own life and your own decisions, and that there's nothing you can do about all those other people, you know? There's nothing that you can do about it, you know? I could look at other people who have way more success or whatnot than I do, and I could just look at them and say, I hate them. You know, that reminds me of from the past, you know. I don't talk about old Elliot much anymore, but he did in his videos that I hate them. You know, he hated people because jealousy. Jealousy is a horrible thing. The more you can let go of the jealousy and the more you can embrace, you know, being happy for others, you'll be happier yourself. You know, jealousy is a horrible thing. It can really consume you, you know? You don't want that. You don't want to be that way. You don't want to have that pain and that suffering. Instead of, try to feel happy for people, you know? It's easier said than done. But just feel happy for people. If you see a guy with a really hot girl, look at him and be like, man, he's doing it. I'm happy for him. That's awesome, you know? You see a guy with a really nice car. When I see people with really nice cars, instead of getting jealous, I think, damn, that's nice. And then I think, man, one day I want to be able to afford that. But I still won't buy it because I'm just frugal as shit, and I'll always be frugal as shit. But one day I want to be able to afford something like that, but I never will because it just costs a lot of money. And then your insurance goes up, and yeah, let's keep going.
And, you know, of course, this takes a huge toll on me emotionally and mentally. And it has since I was 15 years old in 2012, because that is the year and that was the age that all of these like emotional, whatever you want to call them, just came flooding into my life. Right. Like a flood that I didn't even prepare, that I was not even aware would happen. But it did, and I couldn't stop it. It just
got worse and worse.
Bam, instantly. Yeah. And I've never really recovered from it ever since, is the honest truth.
It's understandable.
I mean, that's why I have nightmares about still being in high school.
Me too. I do too.
Or whatever.
Literally.
Or still being young or whatnot. Because I know deep down inside, I've never really recovered from it.
Right. It'll stick with you a long time, brother.
And I go to bed at night all stiff, angry, anxious, stressed out, whatever. And then I wake up and I literally feel like an old man who has like bad back, chest pain, whatever. And I just feel like...
Brother, it sounds to me like your life force is just being drained from you. Like your life force, your energy is being drained from you. It's being consumed with the jealousy, with the anger, with the hatred. It's consuming everything within you. We need to conquer it. We need to take that jealousy, that anger, and conquer it. Destroy it. Transmute it into something positive for you. Change it into motivation, you know? Dedication to a cause. Something, success, all right? The ongoing realization of a worthy ideal, okay? I'm not kidding, brother. I'm not shitting, okay? That's what we can do. That's what we need to find. That's what we need to get rid of, this jealousy and anger and hatred, because as you're saying, it's consuming you, baby. It's consuming you.
Time before I get like a heart attack or something.
Exactly. I don't want that to happen.
And you know, the other thing I wanted to say in this video is all those people out there telling me to like be happy or to be positive or to cheer up or whatever.
It's easier said than done.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Right.
I can't fulfill your wishes for me
Because it's easier said than done.
To be cheerful,
yeah.
For me to be glad.
And those who are saying that to you, myself included, because I'm trying about how we can help fix the situation, we don't really understand, because we're not in that situation, you know? I'm not in that situation. I don't feel jealousy, hatred, or anything consuming my soul, and I've never really been that low in how I might felt about, you know, life. So I don't have an understanding from that point of view. Now, if you were to talk to someone who did have an understanding of that point of view, who had been there and who had conquered it, they would probably be able to help you more so. But what you would want to stay away from would be those who are in the exact same situation and enjoy seeing you in it. Because sometimes if we're in a situation, we enjoy seeing others in the same situation. And then we can communicate with them and we can almost encourage the situation because we're in it ourselves, you know. Sometimes it can be a good thing, of course, to connect with others who are in the same situations, but at the same time, you just got to be careful to make sure they're not enjoying seeing you in that situation. Hope that makes sense. It's probably I'm probably really confused. Let's keep going.
Or positive or whatever. I can't. It's impossible for someone like me.
Not right now, okay.
And the thing is, I feel like that is fake. I'm sick and tired of all these people being happy, being glad, being positive, being cheerful. Because you know what? Life is hell. Life is a living hell for most people.
Damn.
Maybe even for all people, I don't know. And not only that, but life sucks. It really does.
That's how you feel?
Unless, of course, you're filthy, stinking motherfucking rich and have everything handed to you in life. But
I want to touch on that right there. I want to touch on this. He said life is hell unless you're rich. We can look at that money-wise, or we can look at it wisdom-wise. Because if someone doesn't have any wisdom within themselves, life can be hell for sure, I'm sure. I would say wisdom is over money. You know, wisdom is key. You know, much more important than money. Because with the wisdom comes the understanding, okay? The awareness of self, of others, of our existence, baby. It's not about the money. Money can help, for sure. But in the end, it's not about the money or the possessions. It's about you as a person and what's going on internally and what you're doing externally into the world, what you're offering to the world, how you're helping others, how you're giving out the energy you're putting out. You know, that's what it's all about, baby. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Also, I'm being open and honest I'm speaking my mind.
That's good. I'm glad.
But not only that, but I am speaking the truth. I don't want to be happy because that's fake. I'd be living a lie. And
Right,
I'd
you
be
don't wanna live a
acting
lie.
fake like all these other punk motherfucking YouTubers
Damn.
out here who put on this like fake persona or fake
Yeah.
image. That there's
You know,
some,
that is definitely something we see a lot of on YouTube. You know, with these, like, especially the big YouTube channels and whatnot. And they've even talked about it themselves, is that a lot of what they do is fake. You know? I think that's something with my stuff. I don't try to be overly happy. I just, whatever I feel, baby. If I feel good, I'm gonna feel good. If I don't feel so good in my vlogs sometimes, I'm not really, I never try to put on a fake, you know. I just try to give you myself. And that's why I enjoy creators like Marshall Mathers IV, because he gives you himself, who he is. He's not faking it. In Marshall Mathers IV case, even if it was fake, I would still be watching because I just think he's entertaining as shit. But he's not fake, he's real. That's something I always value, is creators who give you themselves, who open up and talk about their own feelings and they don't fake anything. I love this kind of content. Let's keep going.
happy, cheerful, positive guy or girl or whatever. I'm not like that. So, I'm sorry.
I admire you being real.
I can't be
Yourself.
happy. I can't be positive. I can't be glad or whatever.
Not yet,
I mean, I do smile sometimes and I do laugh.
but not too much.
But the thing is, deep down inside, I know that I'm just dying emotionally and mentally.
Right.
I'm just crumbling from the inside out.
Right.
And that's the truth about me.
All right. Well, with that having been said, you know, sometimes people are really misunderstood. They're misunderstood by others. And they're, you know, kind of shunned and frowned upon and whatnot. And instead of joining in to, you know, put them down, to hate on them, or there's always the option for you as a person to say, what do I want to put out into the world? How do I want to make others feel? What do I want to do? A lot of times, by extending your hand and being somebody's friend, offering that friendship, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at how the other person comes back to you. Is it because we're afraid of people? Is that why we're so against people sometimes? Does some of it come from fear? Or anger? Confusion? It's all about extending the hand. Extend the hand, you know. Offer your friendship and you will be surprised. Because I've met some people throughout my life that you would never, you know, try to be their friend. But once you do, you realize that, man, nobody else tries to be their friend. But then when you do, they really appreciate you. Always question, what do you put out into the world? What are you giving to people? Always question that. Okay? Because regardless of how you feel about the world, about others, about yourself, you can always make a difference in someone's life. For the better or the worse. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your friend Based Shaman. Hope you've enjoyed this. I sure have. And I will see you a little later. Thank you for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up right now if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, because why not? Huge, tremendous thank you to my supporters on Patreon. I really, really appreciate you guys. Until next time, I'm Bay Shaman, BayShaman.com, the webcast king. I ain't kidding, lockjaw. You ain't kidding.